Thank you, Mr. President. I rise to bring you Senate Bill 643A, and I am excited to do so. This is a bill about small businesses. Some would say micro businesses. Some call this bill the Cottage Food Bill. It comes to you out of the Natural Resources Committee, and I want to thank the chair of that committee for working to bring this bill forward. So this provides a level of freedom to those cottage food industry businesses. And the cottage food law in Oregon got started in 2015. But in doing so, one of the things that happened was there was a gross sales limit of $20,000 that was placed on it. And this became quite difficult, especially during the pandemic when many of these businesses started up, because they were sometimes the sole source of income for families. And so what types of products are there that can be had? I know the reader read these, but it was a little fast for me to understand, so I want to go over those. So these goods that we're actually putting into law are baked goods, confectionery items, coffee beans, teas, popcorn, jams, jellies, honey, syrup, fruit butters, nut mixes, repackaged freeze-dried foods, repackaged dry and hydrated foods, and powdered drink mixes. So before, colleagues, it was sort of left up to the agency to determine what foods should be. And so why this bill and why now? So I was approached before session last year by a constituent named Jenny. And Jenny has a business called Crumb Sourdough Micro Bakery. And she came to me and said that her product is becoming very well known, and she has many customers who formerly could not digest bread or had allergic reactions such as eczema that can now enjoy her fermented offerings with no issues for them. And this has been truly life impacting. But unfortunately, by the law, Jenny could only do $20,000 in gross sales, and her business has grown to the point where she needed a larger cap. Of course, there were many constituents that came forward from multiple districts, several of them in mine, and they didn't want a cap. And so through negotiation, as you know, colleagues, you don't get everything you want in this process in each session. And so, and I would just say, some of you haven't served in the minority, so you don't know this, but minority members get even less of what they want during these sessions. But the good chair of the Natural Resources Committee was able to work with us to raise the limit to $50,000, and I believe we also indexed it for inflation in this bill. So there are a lot of great things in this bill that I think are very worthy of your support. I don't know if I mentioned this earlier, but it came out on a 5-0 vote. So the committee embraced this bill, and I, colleagues, would urge your support of this cottage food industry update, and this is Senate Bill 643A, and I encourage your aye vote on the measure. Thank you.